Hey everyone, how's it going? Been a long time since I made a video, so I figure I'll give you a little update. Fueled by about a 6-pack of this. So here's where we're at. First thing you saw in the video, probably 67 Chevy C20. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, she's all mine. I actually brought her home today. You know, she's not perfect. A little rough around the edges. Got some speckling here, and the actual previous owner cut the cab corners out, and the rockers on this side. I don't think the rockers are out on that side, but I have new LMC parts in there. So, you know, she's not a beauty queen, but she runs. She would drive. I guess I probably haven't tried, but I'd be willing to try. 67, they have the gas tank in the back seat. No gas tank back there. See, there's no cab corner there either. Last owner, what they did was this gas tank here. Oh, trip over my fucking jack. This gas tank here, and then they just ran this hose to it. The one behind the seat, you know, it was probably rotted out, and I don't know, they rigged it up, but you know, it worked. I heard it run and everything. So this truck is a 3/4 ton 2-wheel drive. She's got a 296 inline 6 in it with a semi-fresh rebuild about probably a year and a half ago. You know, runs good, starts good. When I went and looked at it, they said it hadn't started in a year and a half, and it popped right off for me. So I mean, it looks like a fresh rebuild even, but you can even see a little hint up here. There's damn near no exhaust. That little pipe that goes there goes right under, and it ends. So baby's gonna need some exhaust work. There you go. So I mean, she's loud. She backfires, talks back a little bit, but you know what? She runs good. Besides that, bed situation. I know everyone's talking about this already. Here's the bed. Not sure what the last owner had going on here. Most of these trucks, I do believe, had wood floors in the bed at least. So I mean, this wood looks, you know, brand new. This, I'm not sure what they got going on. Same color as the body of the truck, or the cab, but I mean, you can tell that these wheel arches and stuff, they're, you know, not right. Stake pockets are on the outside instead of the inside. I got the I'm thinking they're the inner wheel wells here to attach. They weren't attached at the beginning. This whole contraption they got going here, it wasn't even really attached to the frame or anything. They just had some screws going down into these holes. But so trip on a fucking rock. So here's my question to you guys, right? So I'm not super familiar with these trucks or whatever, and I can't just look at them and tell you what it is, or, you know, the specs and everything. I think that somebody tried to lower this, okay? It's got 8 lug axles, so clearly a 3/4 ton, right? Frame looks a little short to be a 3/4 ton. As far as I know, they never made the 3/4 ton in a short box, but maybe they did. Let me know. But the frame looks a little short. This box, I guess, if the length is stock, it's too short. It almost seems like a step side to me, but when you come back and you look at this truck, it just seems like it's sitting too low to be a 3/4 ton. I mean, look at that gap there. Now these front tires, they are what are they here? 215, 75, 17 5s on the front. The back has 16 5s on them. So maybe it's just the front tires being too big and that gap, and it's throwing me off. Don't know, but right now this is my prized possession. So if any of you have any tips or anything or ideas that I could do to it for cheap, I'm not gonna get it running right now for you because I got the gas tank off, but she does run. Whoops, I hit stop recording, but I'm not gonna get the truck running for you right now because I got the gas tank out, or the makeshift gas tank, but she does run, and I will get a video of that before I do any exhaust work or anything. But just wanted to, you know, give you a quick update video. So that's this project, and I don't know, I don't want to put a lot of money into it. It runs and drives already. I know it needs brake work from when I put it on my trailer, and it needs backlights and a little bit of electrical here and there, but and maybe an alternator because it doesn't seem like it's charging the battery. But you know, I want to make it a driver. I don't want a show truck, I want a nice driver. So Minnesota truck, it's not that bad compared to what others are, what it could be. This Volvo, 97 Volvo 960, piece of shit, basically. Bought it for 200 bucks with a bad, throw that over there, with a bad head gasket. Interior's clean, nice car. It's only got like 120 on it. Perfect interior, just a little dirty. And I am not a Volvo specialist. Audi's is the only really European thing I work on, but I took the motor apart, tried getting the head gasket out, and those fucking head bolts, I just couldn't get them out. They were too tight. I was trying any impact I could find, anything. 6 foot long breaker bars, couldn't do it. So I gave up trying to do the head gasket. I mean, the car was just going to be a flip to begin with, so I threw the motor back together, and while I was putting this thing back together, somehow I was trying to put this pulley here, or I was putting the belt on, and this pulley here slipped off or something like that. Well, to get it back on now, I got to take the whole fucking motor apart, and I'm so sick of this car, I don't want to do that. I broke so many tools trying to get that head gasket out, so I just left it. I got a kid that wants to trade me a gun for it. I got it up for 400 bucks. If he wants to trade me a gun for it, then he can be my guest, because I'll still be up money. But besides the head gasket, it ran good. Still got the 300. That's my baby. That's never going anywhere. Honestly, unless I can get some pretty good money for this, I'm probably not going to do anything with it either. Right now, the idea is, I know that stock tire size on a 3/4 ton from 67 and 2-wheel drive is a 15-inch tire. So, you know, 17.5, 16.5. So I'm thinking maybe if I get those smaller tires on it, it won't look so lowered. I don't know. I want to get some stock tires on there. That'll get the tires a little bit lower on the frame. And then I want to kind of do this concept here. Build a wood flatbed. Have a 3/4 ton with a wood flatbed. You know, and some small sides on it. Kind of like, you know, it won't be a bad thing and be cheap and easy. Unless I find out that, I don't know, I've got some people I talk to that think this is something special, like a special built truck or something. So we'll see. But yeah, gonna be a good project, definitely. Gotta order a gas tank. I guess I don't really like the idea too much of the gas tank being behind the seat there, especially if I put a gas tank in before I do this body work, which I'd like to get it running and driving good, you know, before I do a bunch of body work. But I know LMC and some other places make some gas tanks that'll go, I think they go back here in this spot right here underneath the box, so that'd be pretty good. And then just hope I don't get rear-ended, basically. But you know, I want a driver. I'm not planning on towing 10,000 pound trailers with this thing, but you know, haul leaves to the compost site or whatever I gotta do. And you know, I love these trucks. And yeah, so if any of you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. There's the alternator, and I don't think it's charging because that battery was in it and it was brand new. Truck died and put that one in it, got a couple starts out of it and died. It's cold-blooded as hell, so you know, you gotta start it a couple times to really get it primed up and going good. But so yeah, and if any of you know of maybe like a plug here that's actually meant to go in this, you know, end of the cab, where, because this is where you put your gas in, if any of you know where you can get like just a piece of metal that fills that's meant for that, instead of just welding a random piece of sheet metal in there, I'd be all ears. But you know, I'm not looking at doing too much with her. I want a driver. Interior isn't, the doors are out of adjustment, but interior is not the absolute best. But you know what, 1967 odometer 61,000. So with a, but it, you know, there's fresh rebuild on the motor, which I believe. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little heads up. In my new house here, bought it last fall. Haven't updated a video for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So you know, I've been missing out on the YouTubes. But yeah, you guys have any questions or any suggestions for this Chevy, I'm all ears. You know, I'd love to make it a kind of a cheap project, almost a rat rod, but not really the rat rod look. I'm not into that. Got a guy that wants to sell me a 283 stroker, and that would bolt right into this. But I don't know, it's numbers matching. So is it worth it to change a 296 numbers matching motor with a 4-speed to a 283 stroker? I don't know. You guys let me know. But yeah, till next time, hopefully I get a video up soon of this beauty running. So till next time, peace.